Hey guys, if you're on this channel, you're probably thinking about shifting your perspective. And the reason you came here is to figure out how to do that. Recently, I spoke to this woman who is, I'm going to disclose her name in future videos because I'm going to interview her on this channel. She's one of the original creators of internet marketing, and she's an internet pioneer. So she has a website that generates revenue, and she's like the only person that knows how to do that. She is a early adopter, an internet entrepreneur, and I'm not going to disclose her name yet because that's going to be a big surprise on this channel, because I'm going to interview her tomorrow and I'm going to post the interview on my playlist. One of the things I want to talk about today is shifting perspective. Let's take a scenario. You are busy with your life and then somebody challenges your way of thinking. Like, what do? Do you kind of ignore them, or do you ask more questions? Most of us tend to ignore the person because it disrupts our sense of perception and it disrupts our identity. In a way, we don't want to be wrong, we don't want to be shamed, and our ego prevents us from actually listening and asking those questions, including my own ego. Ego is good, it helps you get your goals accomplished, it helps you move on with life. But one of the just most brilliant things about talking to this woman, she just told me, like, you have to shift your perspective. You're doing what all the other content creators are doing. You're just online trying to make money and you're broke, let's be honest. She didn't say it like that, but she alluded to a lot of entrepreneurs who create content, who can't monetize their content, or have a difficult time creating revenue streams from their content, and they end up broke. Usually by the time she talks to them, they're already broke. I was so excited about her program, and I even said, okay, her program is like $5,000. And I said, shoot, I have to figure out how to maybe come up with a deposit. And so one of my friends who introduced us said, why don't you help her sell her program? And I said, okay, sell her program, but I haven't proven it. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is an opportunity. It's a low risk. I can just educate people on like who she is, what the program is, and we're going to discuss that program as well. And I'll give you a hint, it's lead generation, making money from lead generation. So creating a website that allows companies to pay you for sending them leads. Okay, so you may want to watch future episodes on this. And you know what, I'll be nice, I will drop a link to her website in the description, and I will also drop a free PDF book that she has online in the description. And I'm going to keep dropping it because she's that awesome. And she's really driven by helping other people. Why I'm talking about this, even when you have the opportunity to shift your mind, oftentimes it's going to be disruptive. When I first met her, I couldn't sleep. And the next day I was like, my brain was like, what just happened to me? I've been self-employed for 7 years, and now I figured out I've done all the things that I could possibly do wrong. So I'm thinking, oh my God, 7 years of effort, what am I doing? But guys, entrepreneurship and self-employment is like that. You have ideas, you keep going, and then you iterate. My friend told me to make money, you need experience. You need an internship. Then you have trial and error. 7 years. You fail, you succeed. And then making money sustainably takes mastery, and this woman is a master. Her name is Lee. When I had these 2 days of shifting perspective opportunity, I call it, I said, okay, I better do a lot of research on this woman, and I'm curious. I want to actually promote her program because she's amazing, but my friend is doing her program. He has this database and the website that generates leads. And Google does it all the time. And I'm going to be explaining how the system works, probably in a video after we do the official interview, because she's going to explain it the best. And it's going to be over Zoom, and I'm going to put it on the new playlist, Interviews with Alice. So please stay tuned for that. She was just telling me, shift your perspective. You know, you're too intelligent. And this is not that it's wrong, but it's much, I try to create solutions. Just like, no, do what works. We creatives are creative because we want to express ourselves. We tend to be contrarian. Has anybody ever told you think outside of the box? Or you're the sheep, the black sheep that goes this way and all the white sheep goes this way? You're probably watching this video if you're that. And you question a lot. You're not satisfied. You're constantly iterating, doing things. And it's good because you end up shifting your perspective a lot. Only when you're set in your ways it's very difficult to shift your perspective, and it's difficult to recognize it. So I encourage you that if somebody disrupts your reality, listen, because that person is there to guide you and maybe show you a different way, because clearly the way that you're doing things is not working. So I'm going to be excited to interview this woman. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to spend a few hours later today preparing for the interview. I really don't know what to expect. I mean, she even said, like, see what happens. I'm looking to learn and like receive this opportunity and be of service and maybe provide her with some support, because I just got a lot more time on my hands, which is always a good thing. If you have more time, this is the part where you could be introspective and you can also self-educate and create more ways for you to gain self-efficacy, the skills, the knowledge to be able to achieve your goals. So I'm kind of just seeing what happens as I shift my perspective. I'm hoping to learn how my website can generate revenue passively. I'm also hoping to see how I can better explain her system so I can inspire you to pay attention and maybe adapt her systems. She makes it really easy. How does it become easy? It's because if you spend 10 years developing mastery, then you can communicate it succinctly. So if you're an expert and master, you can communicate it succinctly. So it's going to be a journey. I think I'm going to start doing more videos on the journey, mindset disruption. And this is why I created the playlist Mindset Reset with Alice. And I'm going to have the videos here. You could check them out. Is because I think as entrepreneurs, we need to, and self-employed and creatives and people who are online, we need to really understand when that opportunity for shifting mind occurs, and when it's okay to shift your perspective and when it's not okay. If you have a strong moral compass and your values, and that person shifts your perspective, but they also align with your values, it's okay. But if they try to shift your perspective and the values don't align, or the energy, or you're not ready to receive the opportunity, it's going to be hard. So yeah, I'm all of a sudden even nervous being on this video. I hope you found some value today and you're as excited as me. I'm going to be on Mondays to take some questions. And I also, that's where I announce the future plans for Get By Make It with Alice. And I appreciate all of you. Please leave a comment. Let me know what resonated with you the most. And as always, do the best that you can every day.